Welcome back to Good Morning Football. It's time once again to announce the NFL Way to Play recipient for the week. The NFL has created a Way to Play initiative in order to promote correct playing technique. Each week, NFL panel of legends will select a player who exemplifies proper technique in an NFL game. That panel includes Hall of Famers Orlando Pace, Ronnie Lott, former NFL running back Merrill Hodge, former head coach Chuck Pagano, and then finally NFL Network's own Willie McGinnis. The winner will receive a personal letter from the commissioner as well as a $2,500 donation and a player's name to a high school or youth program of his choice. The NFL Way to Play recipient for Week 13. Now that I'm here, let's get to it. Friend of the show, Jason Kelce. It was amazing. I know you guys are familiar with the play from Darren Sproles, but are you familiar with Kelce, though? At center, mind you. He's playing center, and he is going to lead the way for the touchdown. He gets one block on Mason Foster, the linebacker, and then gets a second block on safety, Clinton. Check it out again. He's center now. He pulls himself, gets a 2-for-1 special. Amazing. Clears the hole for my guy Sproles to get his 14-yard touchdown. Here it is again. I can look at this play all day long because this is just pure effort and pure desire. Do you know in any given play, a player is told, hey, I need you to block one guy. He says, I'm not just going to block my guy as a center pulling using my speed and athleticism, but I'm also going to get a second player in Clinton Dix, and it's a big-time score while the Eagles were trailing 10-7 at this point. Jason Kelce, you're underappreciated what you do. I would say 90% of the centers can't do that. You have to focus on snapping the ball, getting your head up, blocking the guy in front of you. He can snap the ball, get his head up, block the guy in front of him, and then go get the linebacker, and then get the safety that happens to be in the way. That was awesome. Jason Kelce, way to play.
Huge game for them this week going up against those Cowboys who've won 4 straight. Jason Kelce will be a big part if the Eagles do get a win. Awesome stuff. And congrats, of course, to Mr. Kelce. The award is awesome. So is the $2,500 donation that will be made in his name. And I cannot wait to find out who the NFL Way to Play recipient is for this coming week, because as you can see, it's always a huge play that swings the game as being the way to play. Week 14 just hours away. The Jags heading to Nashville to take on the Titans. You can see it right here on NFL Network. But let's preview the whole shebang, the entire slate of action, by going to journalism school. We call it J-School 101. So let's start with the who. That's the question they teach you to ask. Last week, we saw some unpredictable endings across the league. Who pulls off the biggest upset special of Week 14? Who's flipping tables?
Who's flipping tables? I'm looking at the Baltimore Ravens. Okay. I'm looking at the Baltimore Ravens beating the Kansas City team. In Kansas City. I was thinking about this in my head. How can I relate it to a movie? And I was thinking about the Matrix. Now, if I can look at the Matrix, let's say Harbaugh, he's the Oracle. And he tells Lamar Jackson, La Matrix, that you're not going to start. And Lamar's like, I'm not going to start this season. He goes and he talks to Joe Flacco, who is Morpheus. And he tells Joe Flacco, I'm not starting. Joe Flacco's like, it doesn't matter. He's just telling you what you need to hear. Now you fast forward to the point in the season where this is the biggest game of his life. Forget high school, forget college, forget the games that he's played thus far. He's sitting back and he's saying, all right, people think I need to run the ball. I got to run the ball to beat the Chiefs. So he goes to Flacco. He says, are you telling me that if I run the ball, I can beat the Chiefs? He's saying, no, Lamar. When you believe, you won't have to. I get to that point. He might come out and throw the ball. I think that would shock the world. And if you want to shock the Chiefs, do the unexpected. Have a game plan that uses Lamar's arm as long with his legs, but you open up the run by throwing the ball in the beginning of the game. I feel like he's going to pass the ball, shock the world, and the Ravens will shock the NFL community.
This is me trying to follow that analogy from Nate, like the Matrix.
Hey!
I think Mahomes is Agent Smith. That's the problem.
Hey,
Mr. Jackson.
I'll be quick with mine. I think Monday Night Football has been such an albatross around Kirk Cousins' neck in his career. He's 0-5. He doesn't win in the big game. We hear about it time and time again. Going into Seattle, very difficult place to play. Vikings season is on the line. I think Kirk Cousins, yet again, his reputation is on the line. This is not going to be easy. I think Kirk Cousins goes into Seattle. I think he can win that game. I think the Vikings are a better team on paper than the Seahawks, and I think Kirk Cousins can find a way in the biggest game of his year, yet again, to kind of reverse the narrative. I'm going Vikings over Seahawks.
Okay.
In Seattle, that would be an upset.
I like it. You know what they say, believe in something, all right? I believe in the 2018 Colts. I can't quit them. I won't quit them. I'm going to take the Colts to end the Texans' incredible winning streak.
Wow.
And I keep picking against the Texans. So at this rate, they're going to finish 16-3 and win the whole Super Bowl. So you're welcome, Houston. I just think the Colts, I believe in luck. I believe they haven't won a game without Marlon Mack, who will be out there. And guys, last time Luck played Houston, he lit him up. I just feel there's something about this team. I think it means more. We talked about this week. I think this win would mean more to Indy than it would to Houston. Houston's great. Houston's going to the playoffs. Maybe they'll shock the world and win the whole thing. I think we're going to shock the world this weekend and see them lose to Indy.
You know who just looks like a table flipper to me? John Gruden.
Yeah.
Like this Steelers-Raiders game is sort of weird. They took the Chiefs down to the wire last
in Oakland.
week.
Would make the
James
whole season.
Conner tried making a case for them not worrying about it, but that one's weird.
That one's very weird.
We'll discuss that after this, and also